My name is Jamie Friend. Today is July 5th, 2013. For the next several minutes, I'm going to present a persuasive speech on the over-sexualization and pornography that is developing in our society. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce my audience. McKaylee, Holly, Melita. In our album text, pages 77 and 78, it states things God values in society. 3 of those is undermined by porn. God values marriage. God values commitment. And He values fidelity, all of which are threatened by pornography. I would like to state what the Bible has to say regarding these issues. I'm going to read from Corinthians chapter 6, verses 18 through 20. Flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body. But he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. Or you do not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own? For you were bought at a price. Therefore, glorify God with your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Sigmund Bernus did an article in 2004 in the Daily Townsman, which he states, pornography falsely represents human sexuality. His message is simple. Forget trust, forget love, forget family, forget marriage. In the world of ultimate physical hedonism, immediate gratification is what is important. James Hensley wrote a book in sociology labeled Social Problems. In it, he dedicated an entire chapter to the sexualization and abnormal sexuality of our society. The Marriage and Religion Research Institute, did a great study on the effects of pornography in the family. It broke down, both married and single, of what happens to the individual in it. This was mainly based on married men. Married men who were involved in pornography felt less satisfied with their relationships and were less emotionally attached to their wives. Wives started to notice a withdrawal from family functions and activities when the husband suddenly wanted to be alone. Pornography use is a pathway to infidelity and divorce. It is a major factor in these marriage crises. Pornography viewing leads to a loss of interest in good family values. That's just for the married man. For the single man, it's stated that pornography is addictive, and neuroscientists are beginning to map the biological substrate of this addiction. And yes, pornography is an addiction, just like alcohol, just like tobacco, narcotics. Pornography is just as destructive. Men who view pornography regularly have a higher tolerance of sexual abnormalities, such as rape fantasies. They have more sexual aggression and seem to be more promiscuous. Prolonged consumption of pornography by men produces stronger notions that women are commodities or is seen as sexual objects only. They are no longer seen as an individual person. Child sex offenders are more likely to view pornography regularly or to be involved in its distribution. Other effects of pornography were adolescence was a big case. Teenagers, preteens, who viewed pornography initially felt shame, diminished self-confidence, and sexual insecurity. These feelings, however, quickly shift to unadulterated enjoyment with regular viewing. And you're saying, alright, well, Jamie, how do we counteract this loss that we're having, this over-sexualization of our society? I can tell you, it all starts with a strong family. A good marriage, good relationship between parents and children, coupled with deliberate parental monitoring of internet use. It used to be a time where you had to have a credit card to access pornography on the internet. Not any longer. It's simply click, Sure, I'm 18, I can view this material, and you now have unlimited access to all kinds of filth, completely unmonitored on the internet. Traditionally, government cracked down on sex trafficking. When in regards to photography, they have little to no interest in protecting. They have put this responsibility on the family to control children and internet use. The problem with that is we have a laissez-faire mentality when it comes to what our children should be doing. The mentality is now, if my child can make decisions for everything else, they can decide what's right and wrong. That is a wrong approach when it comes to explicit material. When it comes to pornography, we need to talk to our family, we need to talk to our children. We need to have them be able to come to us openly with questions regarding this so we can better protect them. This was a brief introduction to a very important topic I feel that we need to promote more in our community. If you have any more questions, I would be glad to answer any after this presentation. Thank you for your participation. Good night.